top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. M&CC to engage Ghana Labor Union over debate on salary increases, strike action likely. SWAT cops busted for foreign weed while prison officer jailed for marijuana possession. $86 million scanning microscope machine to enhance forensic capabilities commissioned. And the SUD turned for first of its kind deaf school. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Alethea Grant with the Wednesday, 15th January 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you need to know this evening. A tense standoff between the City Council and the Guyana Labor Union over proposed salary increases has escalated, with the union threatening industrial action. Carice Gonzalez reports.
The Mayor and City Council's revenue performance for 2024 has been unpredictable, leading to a tense debate among council members. The inconsistency in revenue flow has prompted calls for salary increases from the city's staff. City Treasurer Ugochi Ejista has proposed limiting any wage hikes until 2024 to address the financial uncertainty. Through the town clerk Candice Nelson, a letter was penned to the Guyana Labor Union surrounding the issue, and subsequently, the union responded noting that they are not prepared to meet with the council to go through the process of vacillation unless the council can say when the increase of salary wages would be paid. The GLU has also warned that unless an agreement is reached, it will proceed with industrial action on Thursday, January 16, 2025, and has informed the Ministry of Labour of its decision. City Mayor Alfred Mentor acknowledged the concerns raised by GLU General Secretary Carville Duncan, emphasizing his commitment to finding a resolution. In an exclusive interview with 90 News, the mayor revealed that he is preparing to draft a letter to the Ministry of Labour requesting the appointment of a neutral conciliator to help resolve the wage dispute and facilitate further talks.
So if that doesn't work out, when we have that neutral conciliator, the option is also for mediation and then to arbitration.
Mentor reiterated that he is not against salary increases, but City Council's focus is on improving revenue collection from delinquent taxpayers. He stressed the importance of addressing issues such as market development, garbage collection, and drainage problems. The mayor emphasized that a collective approach is necessary to ensure consistent revenue flow, especially as some council officers have been failing to carry out their duties.
If they were doing their job the way they should and looking after their statutory responsibility to cause the council to be able to get the kind of monies that it needs to get based on enforcing those statutory responsibilities, we would not have been in this position. We want to tie them and lock them in this position and lock the councillors, lock the officers, lock the unions, and lock everyone. All staff must be on deck, or all hands must be on deck in order for us to get the kind of resources necessary to deal with these issues.
Despite current disagreements, Mayor Mentor assured city staff that after the upcoming talks with the GLU and the MNCC, the council would make a decision on how to proceed with salary increases. The city's revenue performance in 2024 has been inconsistent, with 92% of expected market fees and 91% of container fees collected. Only half of the targeted revenue from other sources were met. Furthermore, only 58% of the anticipated property tax were collected. In total, the revenues from market and container fees, along with other sources, amounted to $803.2 million, while the property taxes contributed to $1.297 billion. Despite a revenue goal of $3.2 billion for the year, the city fell short by more than $1.2 billion, complicating discussions regarding potential salary increases. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP 90 News.
Thank you, Carissa. 2 policemen have been busted with drugs, while yet another prison officer has been jailed after he tried to smuggle marijuana in a prison. Travis Chase has been following this story.
2 ranks attached to the SWAT unit of the Guyana Police Force have been busted with just over a pound of foreign marijuana stashed in their motor car. Police Lance Corporal Kevin Thompson and Lance Corporal Dwayne Perry are now under close arrest pending charges. The operation to catch the men happened Tuesday night at Camp and Newmarket Streets just after 11 p.m. It was reported that a police anti-crime patrol stopped the silver Axio motor car and requested to carry out a search of the vehicle. Sources familiar with the investigation have told the Nightly News that the SWAT cops have until now opted to remain silent when questioned. They are being processed for court. It was Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben who told a news conference recently that for the year 2024, 17 cops have been charged for various criminal offences. But on Wednesday morning, on the sidelines of an event, Minister Ben was approached for a comment on this latest issue.
The law will take its course. They're not above the law, they're not outside of the law. And if they are involved in the matter and are proved in a court of law, the courts will give the appropriate sentences.
In a separate incident, prison officer Joel Johnson appeared at the Bartica Magistrates Court and pleaded guilty to the charge of possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking 1 day after he was arrested at a checkpoint to the Mazaruni prison with over 800 grams of marijuana in his possession. The 21-year-old prison officer was sentenced to 3 years in prison and fined $30,000. The police claim that on Tuesday evening, Johnson returned to the Mazaruni prison after being away for 4 days, and as such, he was subjected to a mandatory search. During the search of his backpack, 800 grams of marijuana stashed in Irish Spring soap boxes and Colgate toothpaste boxes were found. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Travis. The Ministry of Home Affairs on Wednesday commissioned its $86 million scanning electron microscope machine, the first of its kind in the Caribbean. This equipment is set to enhance forensic capabilities and help clear the backlog of cases related to gunpowder residue testing. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben, during the unveiling of the newly acquired $86 million scanning electron microscope, SEM, at the Guyana Forensic Laboratory, stated that the equipment marks a significant advancement in science and research for Guyana. He highlighted that the nation is at a pivotal stage in its economic growth, resource development, and investment in its people. The minister also issued a stern warning to individuals engaging in criminal activities.
We will get to you and we'll put you in the proper place.
The minister further noted that there are ongoing discussions with the Attorney General's chambers and at the cabinet level to increase legal sanctions for gun-related and other crimes. Assistant Superintendent of Police ASP Ray Mercurius emphasized the importance of STEM during brief remarks. He explained that equipment will be instrumental in linking suspects to crime scenes by detecting gunpowder residue, thereby strengthening the police ability to prosecute cases.
What we like to see going forward is the equipment being used to support us in those investigations in terms of having timely results on a consistent basis.
Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Home Affairs Andre Ali highlighted the significance of the STEM in addressing evolving crime trends. He noted that there is currently a backlog of gunshot residue samples at the lab and added that more than 200 firearms were seized last year by the Guyana Police Force and the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, CANU.
We will work to ensure that we clear all backlogs and prioritize cases as they come in.
Deputy Director of the Guyana Forensic Science Laboratory, Charis Griffith, stated that 5 forensic experts are currently being trained to operate the new instrument. Once they are deemed competent, they will begin conducting forensic analysis using SEM. Two representatives from the company ZEST provided extensive demonstrations on the SEM's applications. They explained that while the equipment is invaluable for forensic purposes, it can also be used for research and routine analysis, industries such as oil and gas, mining, the food industry, and more. The SEM is a cutting-edge piece of technology that uses a focused beam of electrons to create detailed, high-resolution images of surfaces. It is particularly valuable in forensic science for detecting microscopic traces, such as gunpowder residue. Tianako reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. We have more news for you after this break. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Krishna Roth Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
It's a new day with Shilling Oil. A unique blend of natural oils to help ease and soothe the day-to-day discomforts of life. Get relief from muscle and joint pain, headaches, and congestion. Shilling Oil lets you get back to the things you love doing most. Water relief with Shilling Oil. Distributed by Massey Distribution.
Welcome back as we continue. Antonio Day gives us an update on the oil and gas industry, stating that 28 of the 225 oil lifts from the Stabroek block that took place last year went to the state.
7 for Destiny, 11 Unity, and 10 Prosperity.
That was Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat on Tuesday during a year-end review press briefing. The subject minister informed that each lift consists of 1 million barrels of oil. Due to the sale and verification process, which is currently being completed by the government, the total amount earned for the oil lifts was not disclosed.
There's no fixed price for a lift. It depends on the market price.
Additionally, Guyana is now earning more money by receiving a premium of more than $1 per barrel for crude marketed from the Destiny FPSO, which has not happened since the country started producing crude oil.
When we started out in 2020, Shell was marketing our crude. We were paying Shell to market our crude. After that, I think it was BP, then Saudi Aramco.
An amount paid above the typical market price for crude oil is known as a premium payment. The quality of Guyana's crude and its improved standing in the world oil market are the reasons for its ability to command a premium.
I don't think there are many countries in the world, especially small producers, that can actually attract a premium as Guyana.
In the meantime, Guyana earned $1.2 million from the sale of oil in the first half of 2024. That figure was for the period January to June 2024, according to the Ministry of Finance media report in 2024. Additionally, $162.4 million in royalties from sales and production from the last quarter of 2023 and the first quarter of 2024 were added to the national coffers. According to the report, the government had projected 25 oil lifts at the start of 2024 and was expecting to make 2.1 million US dollars from oil sales and 353.8 million US dollars in royalties. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Antonio Day will also tell us that in keeping with the provisions in the 2016 oil contract, ExxonMobil Guyana has officially relinquished 20% of the Stabroek block to the state.
I can tell you, yes, the process has been advanced significantly.
Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat on Tuesday during his ministry's year-end review press briefing. In detailing the technicality of the process, Minister Bharat also noted that revenue opportunities will be derived through this process.
We need to take out the production area, we need to take out the appraisal area, and the area where there is potential commercial interest.
It should be noted that Exxon was required to give up acreage where commercial discoveries were made. The company had up to October 2024 to decide on which portion to hand back to the state. Meanwhile, in keeping with the provisions of the 2016 Production Sharing Agreement, known as the PSA, the operator of the Stabroek block was granted 4 years to operate. The contract also provides for no more than 2 renewals for a period of 3 years each.
Take that out of the acreage, then whatever is left, you relinquish your 20%.
With reducing and appraisal areas such as Liza 1, Liza 2, and Payara, the subject minister explained that the government now has to decide on where and how the acreage must be done. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, the Guyana Forestry Commission surpassed its 2023 and 2024 production targets as the subject ministry intensified efforts to diversify the forestry sector. Carice Gonzalez reports.
The Guyana Forestry Commission, GFC, has exceeded its production target for 2023 and 2024, while also experiencing a notable increase in its workforce. This announcement was made by Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat during a press briefing on Tuesday, as he highlighted the Commission's performance.
In 2024, we've seen an increase of over 20,000 cubic meters over the 2023 production. We've seen over 25,000 persons, Guyanese, employed, whether directly or indirectly, in the forestry sector.
The GFC has broadened its forest reclamation initiative, which began in Region 10 in 2023, to now include Regions 6 and 8. The project focuses on restoring degraded and mined-out areas through the planting of native tree species, contributing to the preservation and rehabilitation of forested lands. Minister Bharat revealed that the GFC is now tasked with exploring new economic opportunities within the forestry sector beyond the traditional practice of tree harvesting. This shift is part of a broader effort to align with Guyana's low-carbon development strategy, LCDS.
Moving towards value added and finding alternative economic opportunities in forested communities will significantly go towards reducing deforestation even further while keeping the sector viable.
In 2024, 12 new lumber yards and 25 sawmills commenced operations, marking a significant investment in the forestry industry. These developments not only demonstrate the growth of the sector, but also create valuable employment opportunities for local communities, according to Minister Bharat.
So it shows clearly that the confidence will be renewed in Guyanese and investors or stakeholders to invest in the forestry sector.
Minister Bharat also noted an increase in furniture manufacturing facilities and said several companies are now investing in advanced wood processing techniques, including clean drying. This trend is expected to further elevate the country's forestry sector and enhance the quality of local wood products. Looking ahead, the Guyana Forestry Commission is also investigating the potential for bamboo cultivation as a new avenue for growth within the forestry sector. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Join us after this break for more news.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-hand trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-hand trust for financial services and more. Helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
GECOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors OLE. GECOM has posted the preliminary list of electors PLE in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed and, if so, whether your particulars are accurate.
If you were 18 years or over on December 31, 2024,
and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. If you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE, you are required to apply for registration if your name is not in the PLE, apply for a transfer if you have changed your address since you were registered, apply for a name change if you have changed your name, or apply for a correction if your registration particulars are incorrect. Any person whose information on the PLE is incorrect can apply for such information to be changed or corrected. Any person applying for a change or correction to his or her particulars must provide the relevant original source document, birth certificate and a deed poll for a name change by deed poll, marriage certificate and ID card for a name change by marriage, divorce absolute in the case of a woman who is desirous of reverting to her maiden name from her married name, birth certificate, adoption certificate, naturalization certificate for a correction of minor clerical errors.
visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of the above transactions.
The claims aspect of this exercise will end on Wednesday, 15th January 2025. For further information, contact GECOM at 225-027-829 or visit our website at www.gecom.org.gy.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Thanks for staying with us. Farmers of Cane Grove, Mahaica are grappling drainage woes for several years, and they said that development in the agriculture sector cannot be made under the current administration. More details from Daisy Richards.
The farmers of Cane Grove, Mahaica have had limited irrigation problems for the past 4 years. They have reached out to the Ministry of Agriculture and they said they have received no word.
Under the Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, where all these canals is blocked, and no one cannot answer to the farmers them or how they can get irrigation water or how they can get drainage.
That was Lachman Sarju, a rice farmer in the Cane Grove area. He highlighted to this newscast that the Cane Grove water user is allegedly controlling the rains, and it appears as though there is no intention to address the situation. He stated that over 75% of the canals in the area are blocked, and thus prevents drainage for over 2,000 acres of land.
Every 3 months a canal being cleaned by NDIA, which is National Drainage and Irrigation, and it going back to the same place.
They are of the view that with the current dispensation, no real progress in the agriculture sector is expected.
I feel under this minister, Zulfikar Mustafa, we cannot move forward. We cannot move forward as a nation to produce if we are in this direction.
Another farmer pointed out that he has recorded a number of losses since this problem began.
We got mango in me farm spoiling, and because of the dam condition, I can't access to the farm to take it out to the market.
Reporting from Cane Grove, Mahaika, I'm Lucy Richards with HGP Nightly News.
Modernize the judiciary and streamline the payment of bail, fines, and maintenance efforts are underway to introduce an e-payment system. Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George announced this development during Law Week 2025. Tiana Cole reports.
During the opening of Law Week 2025, Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George highlighted ongoing efforts by the judiciary to implement the much-touted e-payment system. This platform would allow payments for filing cases, bail, fines, and maintenance to be made using bank cards, bank-to-bank transfers, among other electronic payment methods. She further explained that discussions were already held with Attorney General Anil Nandlal and Minister of Finance Dr. Ashni Singh to fast-track this initiative.
Hopeful of positive results before the end of this quarter. More especially, as I have noted that the Honorable Attorney General has emphasized the implementation of payment of e-tickets for traffic violations through an integrated system for justice sector partners.
The Acting Chief Justice expressed optimism that the platform would transfer the payment processes with significant benefits for women and children.
Where the person liable for maintenance is located, once they have access to the internet, they can pay monies through online bank transfers or, for example, by MMG.
Attorney General Anil Nandlal, during his weekly program Issues in the News last Tuesday, explained that e-ticketing initiative soon to be launched will include speed monitoring across major highways as part of a broader move to digitize court-related processes. The Attorney General also outlined ongoing collaborative efforts between contractors, technical personnel, and legal advisors to ensure the system is technologically sound and legally compliant.
It's a complex exercise because we are moving a process that is manual and that is manual now and paper-driven to one that is completely electronic.
He added that images captured by cameras would be analyzed by law enforcement to verify offenses. Tickets will then be issued both electronically and manually to ensure offenders are aware of their court appearance. A public education campaign is set to roll out shortly to familiarize citizens with the new system before it is operationalized. In 2024, the judiciary transitioned to a digital platform with the introduction of an electronic court management system. This initiative seeks to enhance the effectiveness of judges and court staff, improve case management to ensure timely resolution, provide real-time reporting of data and case statistics, and enable effective monitoring and scheduling of cases. Additionally, courtrooms are being equipped with advanced systems for recording and virtual hearings, with transcripts made available to enhance transparency and efficiency. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Ministry of Education on Tuesday turned the sod at Cummings Lodge for the first of its kind deaf school in Guyana. According to authorities, the school will cater to the needs of 30 children. Here is Daisy Richards.
The Ministry of Education on Tuesday turned the sod for the construction of the first of its kind school dedicated to children who are deaf. Assistant Chief Education Officer responsible for Special Needs and Development SEND, Dr. Keon Chung, highlighted that this school will add academic value to the children.
We have a space whereby deafness, deaf culture can be blossom in this capacity here. It's not only intended to be a school, but Sabine, we spoke about the possibility of being a resource center in a space where deaf youth can congregate.
The project is valued at $194,472,570 and will be constructed by Superior Supplies and General Construction. It is scheduled to be completed within a 9-month time period. The facility will cater to 30 learners who are deaf. Minister of Education Pri Manik-Chan in her brief remarks acknowledged that the school, quote, is a testament to the government's inclusivity and equal opportunities for all learners, unquote. The minister commended the Deaf Association of Guyana for work done over the years. It was noted that the Cyril Potter College of Education will incorporate deaf education into its curriculum, and the young people enrolled in the SEND program are now candidates to become teachers. The school will be located in Cummins Lodge. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Stay tuned for regional news.
GECOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you were 18 years or over on December 31, 2024, and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GECOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you have changed your address since you were registered, you need to visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your new area of residence to apply for a transfer. Wednesday, January 15, 2025 is the last day you can apply for a transfer during this exercise. For more information, contact the GECOM on 2250-278-9 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.
Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Haiti. More than 1 million people, over half of them children, are now displaced within Haiti, where gang violence continues unabated despite the start of a United Nations-backed security mission last year. The tally of 1.4 million displaced people released by the International Organization for Migration represents a threefold increase from December 2023, when 315,000 people were homeless. Never before have so many people been displaced by violence in the country, according to the UN data. Armed gangs within Haiti now have near total control over the capital Port-au-Prince and wide remit over the rest of the country. An international mission approved last year tasked with restoring order has so far seen just a fraction of troops deploying, although 2 contingents of Guatemalan soldiers arrived this month to boost the mission's forces. And now for some international news. The Biden administration said it would remove Cuba from its terrorism blacklist, while Cuba said separately it would release upward of 500 prisoners from its jails. Dual announcements poised to reshape U.S.-Cuba relations just days before Donald Trump takes office. President Joe Biden's announcements effectively roll back many of the sanctions put in place by President-elect Trump during his previous term, ending in 2021. If they endure, they would represent the most significant advance in U.S.-Cuba relations since the Obama-led era. Trump, a harsh Cuba critic who designated the island a state sponsor of terrorism, has not yet commented on the measures but has promised a hard line on the communist-run country. He also nominated U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, the son of immigrants from Cuba and an outspoken critic of the island's government, as Secretary of State. Biden's announced plan, subject to the review of Congress and the incoming Trump administration, would lift Trump's 2021 designation of Cuba as a state sponsor of terrorism, easing sanctions on an island already suffering a deep economic crisis. They would also revoke a 2017 Trump order that restricted financial transactions with some military and government-linked Cuban entities, according to a senior administration official. Biden also seeks to prevent individuals from filing lawsuits against both Cuban entities and foreign companies under the Helms-Burton Act over property seized following Fidel Castro's 1957 revolution, the official said. We tell you now that Yoon Suk-yeol has become South Korea's first sitting president to be arrested after investigators scaled barricades and cut through barbed wires to take him into custody. Yoon, 64, is being investigated on charges of insurrection for a failed martial law order on December 3 that plunged the country into turmoil. He has also been impeached by Parliament and suspended, but will only be removed from the office if the Constitutional Court upholds the impeachment. However, Yoon's dramatic arrest on Wednesday brings to an end a weeks-long standoff between investigators and his presidential security team. Investigators from the Corruption Investigation Office for High-Ranking Official CIO failed to arrest him on January 3 after being locked in a 6-hour standoff with his security detail. Other officials in the arrest team, which numbered around 1,000, scaled walls and hiked up nearby rails to reach the presidential residence. After several hours, authorities announced that Yoon had been arrested. In a 3-minute video released just before his arrest, the 64-year-old leader said he would cooperate with the investigators, while repeating previous claims that the warrant was not legally valid. On Wednesday afternoon, investigators said Yoon had remained silent throughout questioning. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
MNCC to engage Guyana Labor Union over debate of salary increases. Strike action likely. SWAT cops busted with foreign weed while prison officer jailed for marijuana possession. $86 million scanning microscope machine to enhance forensic capabilities commissioned, and SUD turn for first of its kind deaf school. Those are all major headlines for these stories and more. Please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.